Hey, how are you? How are you, my friends? How you doing? How you doing today? Hello, Sina. Hey, Kevin, Patrick, D, and Chen. Hello, Sven. Hi, Linda, Luke, Basinga. Hello, Basinga. Jancy, Salman, and how are you guys? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining today. It was a kind of a boring day, but we had a few plays today, so let's take a look to them. Hey, CJ. So, guys, I'm gonna try to like go a little bit fast, uh, because first we didn't have like not too much on the we didn't have too much on the market, and also I've been talking with some of you guys, and I know for some of you, it's great when we go over 1 hour, but some of you are just like in your lunch time or just taking time away from your daily life. And well, I don't want to like take more than 1 hour. So let me go straight to SPY. SPY. Well, at first it kind of started some sort of weak today, but then it actually just broke this trend line, reclaimed high of the day, and then it created this, right? So this is kind of the one candle rule order block right here. So we broke, retested here, and I will open my position right here. This is 637, let's say 637 right here. 637. And look at this. If you were looking for, what about 637.50? Well, 637.50 was not a 122 reward ratio trade. But look at this. I mean, just a few candles later, if you were just trying to hit high of the day, this was a 1 to 2.7 risk reward ratio trade. So this actually worked well. This actually worked well. And later in the day, it was just choppy, right? Trying, to break, retest key levels here. I don't like it too much, so I didn't want to draw too many long short position tools right here. So let me go to QQQ. You almost took this one here. Dia 955. What? Well, guess what? 955. All right. Yeah. So I'm sorry about this drawing, but I was having a chat with Luke, and we were like, "Hey, dude, are you watching this? This is kind of a head and shoulders break retest of neckline. So what will happen if we reclaim this key level?" So we had this strong candle, green candle, but then we had this rejection. And this is the one trade I took. This is the one trade I took this morning. So I took right here 564. I trim a lot of my position right here, pre-market low, and I closed my position right here, 562. So that I know some of you guys are already looking actively looking for this kind of setups. I'm not gonna lie, they show up every day. So 955, 955. Well, it's okay. It's okay. 955. Why? Because all these candles were actually rejecting this line here. This was kind of the neckline. Let me. Well, I mean, you get the idea, right? So this was the neckline of this head and shoulder. So you had this reaction or retest to here, and look at all these candles here rejecting 564. So if you enter right here 955, that was a nice entry. That was a nice entry, and just you just make sure that you are just like trimming wisely here, right? Because this move was this reaction here around 562.50 was a strong reaction right here, and this is actually the bottom, right? This is the bottom, 562.50. So you needed to understand that your target, I mean, it might have some continuation, but your target was this, right? 562.50. And after watching this candle, I mean, you needed to close everything here. You needed to close everything here because this was the squeeze, as you can see here. This was a double bottom right here, and then the squeeze. That's what happened with the double bottoms, double tops. Usually comes with a strong rejection of the level or a strong bounce of this level. And look at this. So this for coming from low of the day to high of the day in a few candles. All right. Hey, Big Bear Trader. Have you ever been on Big Bear Lake in California? I love it. I love it. I went there with my family like a few years ago, uh, on a New Year's Eve. It was amazing. Nice place. Um, hey, Chris. Hello, Muhammad. Dian. You like this setup, right? Look, I honestly forgot there was news at 10 a.m. You got scales 562. Yeah, this one here. This was actually the bottom. But look at this. I mean, this is something. This is something that you need to understand when you are taking this kind of trade. I mean, this head and shoulders break and retest of neckline. You are, yeah. I mean, yes, you can be looking for continuation, but your target should be the next local low, right? So your target was here, 562.50. That was the target. Anything below this was just a gift, but this was the target. Because if you had, as we did today, this double bottom, this is what happens with the double bottoms. Squeeze to the upside. Dion, yes, I was about before that candle. All right, out. You live there on Big Bear Lake? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's a super nice place. I love the mountains. I used to live in Monterrey, Mexico, and it's called the city of the mountains. So I love the mountains. I love outdoors. I love hiking. I love everything related to Mother Nature. Chen, is there a setup trading towards the downside at 11:10? 11 right here. What is this here, Chen? Can you explain? I mean, were you trying to trade this breakout? Or what you were trying here? Mm-mm. Yeah, I honestly here I just feel like this is a breakout trade because it was about to break this previous local low. 5-minute opening range high rejection after failure to make higher highs. I don't know if I will call it like that. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's just I don't know. I wouldn't take this as a break and retest or rejection of this key level. All right, so let's go to AMD. AMD happened absolutely nothing. Just chopping around, trying to do something. Look at this. This was the only place where I will say like, oh well, there was an opportunity here. Um, well, here, as you can see, all of these rejections on 165, you can say like, oh well, this is a break and retest of 165. As you can see, from the pre-market, we were just downtrending on the pre-market. Then we had this strong candle to the downside, came back, rejected again this 165.50, then tried again and started rejecting this 165. So if you were paying attention to this 165 area here, you easily can take a trade to the downside right here, right? Like maybe here, maybe here, but this was kind of an easy trade if you were paying attention to the key levels, not only to your lines but to the actual numbers, right? There's a catch here. Let me show you. There's a catch here. Okay, so right here, the indices were doing nothing. They were doing nothing. As you can see here, SPY was just chopping around, just chilling right here. I mean, they were inside of the range. I mean, yes, they had this candle here, but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't consider this as an opportunity unless, I mean, again, you were trying to be a bit aggressive with AMD, and you know, like you had this idea from the pre-market, because on the intraday price action, I mean, yeah, again, this is a strong rejection of this 165, but there's nothing here, right? Like maybe previous day close to it, but yeah, nothing too much. And the other thing that I was watching here was this retest of the pre-market low. I might take this one here, but look what were happening on the indices. SPY and QQQ right at high of the day. Right at high of the day, reclaiming high of the day, reclaiming the 5-minute opening range high. So on the context of this trade, this was a low probability here, but I mean, if you were not watching like the indices, you might be, you know, like fake out right here, right? I mean, you actually had like this push to the downside, but it just didn't work. And the reason it didn't work, it's because the markets, both of them, I mean, both of the indices were just pushing higher right to high of the day. And later in the day, I think it's just messing around with this 5-minute opening range low. Exactly, something like this. But yeah, nothing too much here. Again, if you are using context for this trade, this is out of context, right? I mean, you are trying to trade the downside at the exact moment when the SPY and QQQ were just having high of the day, so new highs. So I think this is not a good trade, but I mean, I'm showing you here how it will be like an opportunity here. Renato, question more about tomorrow. What would you take a trade? I am in a good week in terms of P&L, and tomorrow Powell speaks. Then it should be a choppy day. Am I right? Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, usually there's a lot of volatility when Powell is coming, but it's after his appearance, right? Previous to him, it's mostly like everyone is just chilling, waiting for him, right? Waiting for him. I don't know, like if you are green on the week, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a long weekend, right? I mean, you can come here, don't open your broker, just watch price action, watch your charts, identify setups or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with just, you know, preserving your capital. and your mental capital, right? So yeah, that's a very great idea. That's actually a very good idea. Uh, Probably I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. Yeah, because I I had a performance mistake today, and I'm taking the stop for tomorrow. So yeah, I turned my green day into red, and I'm a bit upset about that. So I'm not trading tomorrow. So if you are gonna be around tomorrow, you will see a day where I will be sharing charts, sharing ideas, and sharing a lot of stuff because I'm not trading. Because I won't be focusing on my broker. I will be just focusing on my chart. So if you want to, come join the party, welcome tomorrow. But I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. So yeah, so kind of respecting the Jackson Hole, the volatility expected for Jerome Powell, and taking a stab as a punishment, or as a consequence for a mistake that I did today. Um, Give me 1 second. I'm taking a read to the chat. How are adjusting all three screens at the same time? What do you mean? Like this layout? You just come here and you will see a lot of different combinations. Depending on your plan, you can choose to have as many tickers as you want, or as many spaces as you want, because you can have the same ticker on all of them. You can have different tickers on all of them. You can have different time frames on the same screen. So I mean, you can play with this. This is nice. Don, you took those AM. You took this on AMD, not the last break and retest of the gap there. First trade was good. Mess up the second. Rejections of here. I didn't understand them. I took those on AMD, not the best break and retest of the gap there. Okay, so you tried here like this break and retest of the gap. All right. Rondo, today price action has been terrible. Yes. Basinga, is there someone in this Discord that has a script for Thinkorswim that marks out all of the key levels used by Jack Antonio today? I think all of us, we just draw our own key levels, and we do use this tool for the Traders Lab indicator for like the intraday tags, like the previous day, pre-market, 5 minute opening. 5 minute opening range. But I think all of the key levels, it's like everyone is doing it manually. Sven, you tried the AMD trade you show. They're not good. Should not trade today. Well, it's not about you should trade or not, Sven. I mean, if you saw your setup, if you were prepared for that, I mean, you take your chances. What I said here is that in context, this is not a good probability trade, because both SPY and QQQ were just completely doing the opposite, right? So it's just looking at the charts, and don't rate your day in terms of your P&L. I mean, if you were prepared, if you waited patiently, if you executed according to your system, I mean, it doesn't matter if you won or lost, but I mean, it matters what you did before and during your trade, right? Basil, hi Neto, how are you? Took QQQ puts 1045, break and retest, got stopped out and didn't enter because it was past 11. Yeah, we just took a look to that trade. Richard, what did you take? I took the QQQ trade that I show you, and And I made a mistake on Meta. The grid took over. Don't feel better making same choice tomorrow off for me. Good. Dion, Amazon puts. Well, nothing else here on AMD, right? So let's go to Amazon. Or well, Amazon offer a few opportunities, as you can see here. All right. So we had this break and retest pre-market low. It was nice. And then a second chance right here. It was a second chance right here. I mean, it was a strong rejection of this pre-market low. So you actually can took this trade twice. If this first one, because it was too early, because it was on the first 10 minutes, you didn't take this, take a look to this, and this makes sense. This makes sense because this is a lower high, right? So because the market structure is being respected here, I really would consider taking this short trade to the downside. So Amazon Dian 1103. 1103. Look at this, same break and retest pre-market low, and you tried previous day low. It was a nice one. I mean, for me, it's like it was late on the day, but yeah, I mean, that's look at this. How many times we rejected pre-market low? How many times it rejected pre-market low? Look at this. How many times it's being rejected pre-market low? So yeah, that was a nice one. Renato, same for me then. Just going to watch the market. Yeah, but remember, guys. Remember, even on our days off, if you are gonna be in front of your desk, in front of your screen, do it with intention, right? So you will do your pre-market preparation. You will refine your charts. You will follow closely the price action. You will do everything as you were trading, just not trading at all with the broker off, so you don't get tempted, right? But you are actually doing everything like you were just about to trade, all right? So it's not wasting your time in front of your charts. It's, you know, like being here with intention, waiting with intention, right? Sven, paper trading, yeah, that will be fine. I mean, you don't miss the opportunity to keep learning, right? So you just watch out your capital and your mental capital. Patrick, when you move one, it looks like they are all moving. Oh yeah, well, you can have this when you are moving your mouse. That's what they call the crosshair, and you can choose if you want the crosshair across all of the charts. For example, right here, I use it so you can identify. If I'm telling you like, hey, what do you see here, guys? You can see the other charts with the same time. So but you can take this out. You can sync the interval, the crosshair, the time, the date range. You can do a lot of things with this trading view. So I think there's a lot of tutorials on how to use trading view. If you want to learn like all of the features, I really love trading view. They I mean, it's super easy to go across different tickers, different time frames, different layouts. It's super easy. You should try it. Basil 1015 right here. Just as we said, it has been rejecting this pre-market low, right? I have been using direction changes on 4-hour chart to make general levels. That's fine, Rondo. What I do, I like to use the daily chart, and then I just jump to the 15-minute chart. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that they go from the daily to the 4-hour, then to the 1 hour, then to the 30 minutes. So I just for the way I like, to draw my levels, I just go from the daily chart. So I have like my external liquidity, and then I use my 15-minute chart because I usually only use like 5 to 7, 8 days back key levels. So yeah, so the 4 hours it's great. It's just like it takes me too far on the chart. Hey DC, yeah, it's super choppy today. Hey Felix, I did not grab anything today. I saw the head and shoulder setup in QQQ. The 1 minute rule, the one candle rule on Google. Yeah, let me take a look to Google. Google without the L. Hey Ramesh, what's up? Come on, Ramesh. I've been watching Meta for the last days, and you didn't show up. And today I didn't. I actually made a mistake on Meta, and I need to show you. Dian, great resistance pre-market low. All right. Yeah, do that, Sven. Journal your paper trade. Hey, Alex. All right, guys. Let's go to the next one. Nvidia. Range, and more range. Well, now it's breaking the range, but not too much. Respecting the range. Nothing for Nvidia to me. ABGO. Hey, look, tell him I'm not lying. We have been watching Meta because of you. Tesla range, and more range. Well, it already broke to the downside. It might do something, Tesla, but it's just too late. During the day, chop. Nothing relevant here. Microsoft. I was looking to this break and retest of the previous day low. It actually hit the 1-2 risk reward rated trade, but look at this 1, 2, 3 bottoms right here, 503. Squeeze. Do you remember that I just told you a few times, like when you are watching like one double bottom, triple bottom, watch out, because if you don't break, a squeeze is coming just like this. So from low of the day to high of the day in just a few candles. All right. So that was the only one that I was watching here. I don't know, like maybe these break and retest of this pre-market high. But look at this. It was 1041. I don't know, like I don't like it too much. Indices already came back too. Yeah, nothing too much. Palantir flirting with this baby gap on the daily chart. But look at how awful price action. Range, super choppy. So not sure. I mean, if you are a scalper, this is a scalper's paradise. But I mean, for it's not for me. Apple, look at this. Range. Finally broke out right here. You actually had this, well, it was after 11 in the morning, but look at this. This is a break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. It had some sort of continuation to the pre-market low. And then what about this candle here? Do we have any news? 11:23. Do you know if we have news on this time? This is huge. All right. Google with the L. All right. You had break and retest of previous day high, but what is this, guys? What is this? This is your neckline. Is this a break and retest of the neckline and then continuation to the downside? Does it look like? Hey, look, what do you think about this? I think this is your setup. All right. So I think it's valid. Yeah. Look at this. It's I don't know. Like I think it is something like this. Try, then break, retest, and go. All right. So sorry about that. Okay. Google 1049. 1049. Well, it's the same trade. It's the same trade again. I think it. I think that's it. Retest of 202. It's of 201.28. Okay. You and Luke are fired. Well, Luke has been doing way better than me. So yeah, no. Shout out to Luke. He has been very consistent, and he has been sharing a lot on the community and answering your questions. So yeah, shout out to Luke. Thank you, Luke, for serving the community. Yeah, and this was your trade, right? Break and retest of this neckline on these head and shoulders. Nice trade. Can I ask how much went the contracts on percentage from 201 to maybe 200, 40, 50%, depending on the strike? Do you have a head and shoulders workshop by chance? I don't. I don't. I feel, for being honest, we started talking about this setup like a few weeks ago, and then some people were asking me like, "Hey Neto, what do you? I mean, what do you trade?" And I usually trade at least once a day, one tech name, but my preferred setup it's something like this on SPY and QQQ. So we started talking about this, and now you guys have been identifying it like really nice. I mean, sometimes I'm watching it and it's like, uh, these guys are looking the same thing. So I started chatting with Luke a few weeks ago, and hey, Luke, are you watching this? And he was like, oh, dude, I just jump into that trade or whatever. So we started like like commenting the same setup. So now it's like he just sends me a message to my inbox. It's like, Neto, are you looking the same thing than me? And of course I was looking, right? Of course I was watching QQQ or SPY. So we're just like messing around. But yeah, this is kind of my favorite setup, because these guys, I mean, once you identify these head and shoulders, you don't trade the breakout. That's, for me, that's kind of dangerous. There's no edge on that. You are just chasing, right? So what I do, and this is just what I do. You can do whatever you think works for you, or whatever your data says that works for you. What I do is I wait for this retest on the neckline, because if you have a retest on the neckline and then price starts rejecting the neckline, it doesn't matter you are chasing. It doesn't matter if you buy right here. This squeeze is always good. I mean, and when I say it's always good, I trade same day expiration on SPY and QQQ. So sometimes, I mean, for example, today, let me go to QQQ again. Today, it was a 2 points. Look at this. It was a 2 points, 2 points drop, and I had the 560 puts. I didn't have the 562. I mean, probably 562 went over 100. I had 560 puts, and I got like 50%. I got like 50%. So that's what I like a lot, this setup, because even if you chase a bit, even if you like, oh my gosh, it rejected hard, and you buy here, always have this squeeze. So start watching it, start back testing it, start forward testing it, try it with a contract or two, and let me know what you find out with it. With this setup. I mean, I'm laughing because I think it's funny how sometimes something that for me was kind of obvious, it's not for everyone, right? I mean, I was watching this on every name most of the days. Well, not on every name, but very often. And you even look at this. Even when you have a name that is just like grinding up, suddenly it just stops, find the top of the move, fail to create a new high, and then it comes back for the neckline, and then it retraces a bit. And this retracement, it's always a money printing machine. Neto should do a head and shoulder setup. I do have my playbook with this. I do have my playbook with this. I mean, it's just like I said. I mean, I wait for the retest of the neckline, and I'm allowed to chase a bit because I want to believe on these rejections. I want to believe. I mean, I'm not taking the first retest of the neckline because sometimes it goes higher like this, right? It probably the neckline is something like here 201, so it's coming higher. So once I'm convinced of the rejection of the neckline, then I take this trade. But it doesn't matter if I chase a bit, because once you fail to create new highs, the squeeze to the downside, it's usually nice, right? Dian, I didn't take this trade. I was watching it. Already had a winners on QQQ and Amazon. That's why that's fine. I mean, let me tell you something, Dian. Even if you are just watching, you should be journaling, all right? Because if you are watching with intention, you are watching price action, you are watching reactions or reactions on the key levels, you are watching how it goes. You can actually, take notes of, oh, well, if I will take this trade, I will trim here, here, and here. And you can just, like compare your plans with what actually happened. Okay. Sabrina, what makes NVIDIA different from QQQ? They look similar to me in terms of range. Trying to understand when not to trade. Well, remember, I mean, QQQ, it's an ETF, so it reacts to a group of names, right? And NVIDIA, I mean, sometimes NVIDIA just have like a relative strength or relative weakness, and it doesn't move on the same way than QQQ. So it's just a different instrument, right? Look, I haven't seen it fail yet. It's crazy. There you go. It's yours. It's yours. Use it. Done. Okay. Effie, you're very welcome. Head and shoulder shampoo. All right. Okay, guys. What is this? This was Meta. This was Meta. What did I try here? I don't even remember. But look at this. This actually worked later in the day. I think just had like an early entry. I think I took something like here on this area here. No, probably here. No, I think I took some rejection of this 739.68. Yeah, I was looking at the rejections here, and I was like, oh well, this is something that I like. I wasn't watching SPY and QQQ, and they were just creating new highs, so I forgot completely about the context. And the reason why it's because I had only one chart because I was trading QQQ, so I wasn't comparing to anything. So that was a performance mistake. That was, well, it's not a performance. That was an execution mistake because it's my rule, it's my way, it's my part of my edge to compare my tech names to the indices. So I take trades on the same direction than the indices, and this was completely the opposite. So I just broke a rule of mine. I took a loss here. I turned a green day into a red day, and that's why that's why I'm gonna take tomorrow off, just like a consequence for what I did today. All right, that was it, guys. That was it. I'm gonna leave you with my QQQ chart because I just love how it worked. I just love how it worked because this actually worked twice. Can you see here, here, and here, and then this was your neckline. So you had your retest, retest again, and then the squeeze. That's how kind of this thing works, right? So, okay, guys. So that was all for me today. Trader rehab, yeah. All right. So thank you very much, guys. I'm seeing a few new names. Thank you, guys. If you are new to this community, thank you for joining. Remember, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we have this trade review exercise looking for potential opportunities with the break and retest strategy based on the 1 minute chart. So you can join us Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And that's it. Thank you very much. And I will see you tomorrow, guys. If you are on Traders Lab, if you are on the accelerator, remember, tomorrow I'm not gonna trade, so I will be very active, sharing ideas, sharing charts. You can take a look to them on the admin's channel, and that's it for today. Thank you and bye.